Hello and welcome to Fragment Friday, which is a meme hosted at Book Chic. And I haven't done this for a while because I've been reading mainly academic books, which are very boring to read aloud. But I just finished A Christmas Carroll by Leanna Renee Hieber, and she sent me a galley copy months and months and months ago, which I didn't get because she sent it to my home address instead of my school address. But it's fine because I wouldn't have had time to read it anyway, and now I finished it. So I'm going to read a short excerpt for you. And if you haven't read the series yet, it's kind of a Victorian ghost story series with the Guard, which is this group of people who try to keep the spirit world and the real world separated. And they've actually lost their powers in the last book, and there's a bunch of love triangles within the group, kind of like X-Men. So this excerpt features Rebecca, who's the headmistress of Athens Academy, which is kind of like the headquarters of the Guard, and another character named Michael has been in love with her since he saw her when they were like little kids, and she's very upset because the man that she loved has married someone else. So that's the background. Had she seen then how handsome he looked, how engaging and endearing? Had she felt the breeze of fresh air that was his constant good cheer? Watching how his smile drew that out of her younger self, Rebecca remembered being glad to see him. She remembered thinking what a good husband he would make for some kind and uncomplicated woman, for some soul as devout as he, someone saintly and flawless, some angel. She felt he deserved that, but her older self gasped at the way he looked at her. The desire and appreciation she saw in his eyes made her realize his intentions were anything but saintly. He wanted her. She'd grown used to the idea that she was not the type of woman any man could crave, but this. Something shifted in her body, and Rebecca moved forward into the scene, yearning to be closer to Michael, to warm herself at the fires in his eyes. "I hope you don't mind my stealing into the party," he said to her younger incarnation, his hungry appreciation curtained by winking camaraderie. "You know I cannot resist social engagements." "Oh, please," the young Rebecca said with exaggerated wariness, raising her hand to her head. "My student's shock at seeing their headmistress in her finery is palled. Do save me." "I'd save you from anything," he replied, "even yourself." Then he must have realized how that sounded, for he offered a gracious explanation. "And by that I mean how dangerously fetching you are in this dress, headmistress. You ought to be warned." Her younger self blushed, ignorant, but the older Rebecca saw exactly what he meant. Suddenly she knew how very truly he spoke, and how he had striven to save her, to rally her, to care for her, each and every time they were together. When they hunted as the Guard, when they sat at their favorite cafe, when they commiserated as friends, he was always there for her. More memories flooded forth, countless scenes flashing before her eyes, grim confrontations of malevolent spirits, glad conversations at La Belle and La Bête, dining at the Withersby estate, strolling about Regent's Park, running off to intercept violent poltergeists. There had been so many moments where this man had made her smile and laugh and forget that there is ever such a thing as pain and spectral horror in the world. But that's it.